Yeah, okay. And can you tell me what you think the theses for reductive physicalism are?
Like something like on the IEP or something like that.
No, what are the sort of views which, if you did not hold the view, then you wouldn't be a reductive physicalist?
Well, I believe, well, you would have to like concede to like certain aspects of the mind being immaterial. Like, let's say you're like a dualist or anything that falls in like other immaterial positions or whatever. But I know like what I specifically argue, I just argue we have like strong evidence in favor of what's the name of it just being the mind. I mean, just being the brain. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Well, I mean, you're already wrong, right? But it isn't something too relevant that I care to talk about in my weekend stay. So, look,
Okay.
my question is, like, why should I grant that the mind is the brain? Like,
No, I'm saying
specifically
we have more
because,
strong evidence in favor of it being
yeah,
X.
okay, but you
Not
understand,
that it necessarily is X.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
know
well,
where
I mean,
physicalists say that it is X. This is just specifically what I'm willing to argue.
wait, okay, so you're willing to argue that there's strong evidence towards an identity
Yeah, like
relation, but they're
yeah,
just,
stronger,
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
stronger.
so, you understand that there not being a contradiction in the brain existing, but there's no like or a p zombie existing, right? There not being a contradiction under your own view. That would be strong evidence as to the mind not being physical, right? That's
Why?
like yeah, because if it's logically possible for these two things not to be identical, right? There and they're just not identical, right? Because for two things to be identical, they would also possible world. You can't say X is X and not X at the same time, right? That's just a contradiction.
Okay, so P1 is what? Sorry, that was a lot.
Wait, no, I'm just saying, right? Okay, actually, no, if you want me to formalize this, like, if there is no contradiction entailed by the brain obtaining, but the mind not
What
obtaining,
type of
that's
contradiction?
strong evidence. Wait, to be clear, that is like strong evidence that the brain is not the mind. Premise two, there is no contradiction entailed by the brain obtaining and the mind not obtaining. And then the conclusion is just that there is strong evidence that the brain is not the mind.
I don't think I have to grant the whole like there's no contradiction entailed. But like, what kind of, are you just talking about like a law of identity type thing?
Wait, what?
Are you just talking about like a contradiction, like the laws of logic? Sorry, not the law of identity, laws of logic.
Yeah, yeah,
That type
yeah,
of contradiction.
yeah. A
Or
logical
are you talking
contradiction.
about sort of like some sort of other contradiction, like something like
No,
being
no,
like
no.
physically
Specifically,
impossible or
specifically,
something like that?
because look, you're making an identity claim here. So, like,
What?
look, if you say, yeah, because okay,
No, I'm
well,
saying, are you
one,
saying it's physically impossible,
give
or are
me a
you just
second.
saying like you're saying it's physically impossible? Oh my god, you're saying it's not physically impossible, or are you just saying it's not impossible with
Oh,
like
he's on deafening right
laws
now.
of logic? Because I think that is dependent on things. Don't we have to go over the definitions?
Oh my god! But yeah, while he's on deafen, I think it's a good time to remind everyone that you can save 15% or more on car insurance when you switch to Geico.
Type shit, type shit. I'll just go over definitions real quick.
Lucario, I'm gonna need you to debate somebody here, and his name is Fleur
I've,
or her
I think I've
name,
actually, I have heard about Fleur, but
and I'm gonna
how
need
do
you
you
to
say
debate her
Fleur?
because she or him because I don't know how she identifies
Oh damn! No, I'm okay.
or he identifies. Sorry.
It takes a lot of just barking for me to like actually want to debate someone.
Oh, you want to debate her because Synth admitted that she's substantively stronger. The Synth admitted that she's substantively worse. Sorry, than Flirt.
Okay,
Fleur
yeah,
is just
Oh
I'm
good.
wait,
back.
Synth. Sorry, so Synth
Yeah, what's
scales
good,
more
Shinra?
higher than
What's good, man?
like
Yeah, so
respectively. Sorry, respectively, but
A
out of the
philosophical
sort of
zombie is
integrity
a
that I have.
hypothetical being that is physically identical to a normal human, same brain, same body and
Here you
behavior,
go, Wahid.
lacks
I'm
conscious
switching videos like right
experience
now.
or subjective awareness. They would react the same way as we do, but would not actually experience the sensation of beauty. Do we know? Do we know if that's possible?
yeah, well, there's no contradiction, right? Like,
Well, are we saying that's definitively the case, or we know, like we know there's no
well, I
contradiction?
mean, after analyzing the statement that it was called an entity exists with all of the physical facts of a human and none of the qualitative experience, that sort of statement doesn't seem to be affirming a proposition and its negation at the same time. It also doesn't seem to be affirming that something is both identical with another thing and not identical at the same time. Right, so it seems this, and it's also not affirming that a proposition can be true, like neither true nor false, right? So it seems as if that after analyzing
So
this sort
I'm
of
not gonna
semantics
track
of the
that. I
statement,
need you to write that. I need you to write that down. It's a lot of
huh?
assuming.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
write
after
that on.
I'm just going to slow it down. After analyzing the semantics of the statement, it doesn't seem as if it's affirming anything which would be in violation of the
Wait,
three laws of logic.
wait, hold on. Wait, when we say something is like illogical, right? We're saying like, what do you think? What do you think meets that criteria? Like, what do you think that
Uh,
is? We
so
say that
if I
something is
say
illogical.
something like Lucario is both black and not black, that's a contradiction or illogical because
Yeah,
I'm
because
affirming.
we know definitively that A
N-
it
n-
cannot be equaling A. We don't know specifically what the
I
mind
mean, like
or
low key, I am black and not black. I know you say.
Yeah, okay, bro. But
yeah, well basically what I'm getting
anyways,
is like okay, so basically what I'm getting at is like I don't know. I think I need an argument for why it's the case that it's possible. Like
yeah,
regardless of like what semantics we give to them, because semantics are just our
yeah.
attempt at describing
How do you think we determine whether or not something's a contradiction,
something's contradiction.
or whether or not a
Uh,
claim affirms a contradiction specifically?
well, whether something's a contradiction or a claim, because I think something and a claim.
Whether or not a claim, yeah. Because look, I don't grant that there are any things which exist which are
So,
contradictions, right?
so you
So
wait? You think
specifically,
that something can
wait,
be
wait,
a contradiction and
wait,
a
wait,
claim
wait,
can lack? Wait, I
wait.
have a
I
question. Do you
just
think something can lack contradiction as far as like semantically, but actually be a contradiction in like
uh,
actuality, regardless of like semantics? I don't
no,
know.
unless you can like give me an example. Unless you're saying like it implies something or it's sort of like a
Like
consequence
okay, so like
of
yeah,
the.
okay, so for
Can I
example,
finish
like
really quickly?
okay,
Wait,
okay, hold on.
can
I
I
can yes,
finish
I
really
can give
quickly?
it. Oh my god, I'm gonna give it. For
Can I
example,
just can I just
what it would
wait,
be to be a P and not P,
can I
that's
finish this?
just us giving
Can
terms.
I finish
It's
this?
just
Wait,
us
what in the
giving
world?
terms to describe
Why
or
are you
attempt to
cutting me off?
describe
Like,
what
why are
a
you cutting me off?
contradiction is.
Wait, what?
I'll give you that
Okay,
as an example.
can I finish the sentence first before you
Okay.
start going? Jesus Christ. Okay. So, look, specifically, right, I think that maybe that could be true if a sort of consequence of the argument or like a sort of
But is
consequence of
there
the
no
argument being true.
contradiction? But is there a
Wait,
contradiction?
what in the
Does the
world? Why
contradiction
do you
arise
keep
from it?
Okay, Jesus Christ. But look, I can grant that like maybe if the argument is true,
Does the
then
contradiction
it's
arise from it?
also
Is what I'm
wait,
asking you.
can I finish the sentence? But again, right, say a consequence of the argument being true is just that then it would lead to the person who's making the claim affirming a contradiction. But even then, it doesn't seem as if that's true in this case either. Right.
I didn't even
So
hear. I didn't hear what you said, but I'll ask you the question again because, like, maybe this will give me some clarity. Because most of what you're saying, I asked you to write down, and you never write down. So it's like I'm not tracking a lot of other stuff. But as far as like, yeah, my question. So it does a contradiction arise from something being illogical, regardless of like our attempt to describe what it is? Is there a contradiction in something being that
um
or something not being that, regardless of our semantics of
wait,
it?
what are you talking about? I don't know what
Yeah,
you mean.
okay. So yes, semantics are attempt at describing something. So let's say our attempt at describing something, we don't know if it's definitive or not. Like laws of logic and stuff like that, and true contradictions can exist, but it would just be like
Oh,
based off of like it would just be
what?
like normally I think it would be based off of like what it said. Like let's say if we both
Okay.
granted X was that
Wait.
thing that would lead to
Can
it
you
being a
slow down really
contradiction of
quickly?
being sure. But
Wait,
unless
okay.
it's like
So
definitively the case, I don't think we can
okay.
confirm that there's not a contradiction or
Uh,
so it what's the at the moment that we don't like
what
we
are
don't
you
know if there's
talking
not a
about?
contradiction. I don't think we can say that
Well,
I think
yeah,
that's
it's
possible.
wait, official. It's hard to understand. Okay, no interrupting. But every time like Sunless interrupts a little bit, it sounds like someone's like shoving official's head into a pool of water. He goes like, "Brr, brr, brr," and then he comes back
Yeah,
out.
look.
So funny.
I just need to understand, right? You said there can be true contradictions. Look,
No,
when you
that's
say
not what I
can,
said.
what? Okay, wait, okay. Lucario, did he not just say there can be true contradictions?
Well, it was hard to hear. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
His microphone.
What I
Here,
said was
here,
okay, so let's
official. Just
say I said oh,
yeah, just
Okay,
slow down, official, and like just try to articulate it a little bit.
okay. So what I'm saying is like, okay, so what a true contradiction would be like P and not P. Now, regardless of like our attempt at describing what a P and not P would be, and stuff like that. Us saying that X is possible because at this moment we don't know if it's a P and not P. I don't think that actually means that it's actually possible in actuality. That would just fit the criteria which we would say uh uh say X is the case, but I don't think it's justified because again we don't definitively know. We just are
Are
getting this
you
thing
just saying that
then it's really contingent on what these things are. So I don't think we know that a philosophical zombie is possible. And
okay,
I think a lot of
so
scientists and philosophers disagree with that too, for
okay,
certain
look.
reasons.
So, one, are you just saying that if we do not know whether or not, or we do not know whether or not this proposition like invokes it or like the consequence is a contradiction, therefore, like even after analyzing the semantics, therefore using semantics to determine whether or not something affirms a contradiction is a faulty method? Is that what you're saying?
Repeat it. I have horrible Wi-Fi.
Yeah, are you just saying that using semantics to try and determine if a claim is affirming a contradiction is a faulty way at determining it?
Unless we have some sort of like method to like definitively know, but like I guess like in some cases we just say that it is. I don't know. I don't think it's
How do
justified.
you determine, wait, okay, can you give me an example of a claim which you know for certain affirms a contradiction?
Affirms a contradiction. Uh
Yeah.
let's say okay, so let's say that there was a scenario where like there's this claim of like an apple and stuff like that, and we know what like a contradiction of law of identity be. This apple not
How?
being that would be like an example.
No, 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 wait, no. Hold the phone. I'm asking you, is there a case in which you know for certain there is a
We can derive
and
from the claim
and wait,
that
wait,
the
wait.
claim is
Wait,
a
can I
contradiction.
finish? Wait,
Yes,
can
the
I
law of
finish? So,
logic. Like when we say P,
wait. Can I finish? So specifically, right? Is there a case in which you know for certain there is a contradiction, and if so, how do you determine whether or not there's a contradiction there?
well, we would it would have to be like feeding the criteria. Basically, it's like 100% the case. Whatever threshold
Wait,
which
what?
would like allow it to be 100% the case, or proves that it's 100% the case. But like
What? Wait,
I'm saying normally,
repeat
I'm
that.
saying because we don't. Oh my god, I'm saying normally because we don't have that an argument that oh this thing is that the whole thing that you try to just argue is like some type of like
Wait,
argument for ignorance, basically. Like I don't think
okay.
I don't think it was justified.
One. Okay, one. The argument I'm making is not an argument from ignorance because specifically what I'm doing here is I'm saying that look, the way we determine what people mean or the sort of intentions they have whenever they're making statements is we analyze the sort of semantics they have, right? And try and discover the meaning. So if we analyze the semantics somebody has and we discover that the sort of thing that they mean
But
to
I'm not
say,
making the claim that
whenever
semantically. I'm not
can
making
I
the claim
finish the sentence?
semantically.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so then once we discover and like after analyzing the semantics, we realize what they mean to say, right?
I think you're
Then
confused.
we can say, wait, why are you in a rush to cut me off, right? Then we use like our analysis on their semantics to say that, oh, this person is affirming this to be the case and not the case at the same time. And that's how we know
Uh,
using what's it called. If you're trying to say something like analyzing someone's semantics or analyzing what someone means is not a good way, right, of determining whether or not they're affirming a contradiction or not. Right. Then I'm just gonna ask you for the reason why. And it doesn't seem as if you'll be able to give me a good reason why. So
yeah, I'm gonna need you to repeat all that. You just seem to go on like these long tangents. No disrespect.
oh my god, okay.
I
So
want you before you do that, I want you to know that I'm arguing that not semantically it is the case that the mind is brain. I'm arguing in actuality we have a stronger account for the mind being the brain, and I can get
okay,
into why that's the
yes.
case.
I
Okay, I
knew
just
that.
want to make sure. I just want to make.
Look, I knew that already. So again, what I said prior was just look, the way we determine whether or not any specific statement, right, is affirms a contradiction is specifically just by analyzing what they mean. And if by what they mean, whenever they make these specific statements, is the sort of claim which affirms, right, or which affirms like something which violates the law, any of the three laws of logic, right, then we would say that the claim is violating the three laws of logic. It isn't
Can you
something
just
that's
write
very
this
hard
down?
to
My
detect.
attention span is not. It's just
Oh my
not
god.
nodding, bro. It's really
Dude,
not nodding. It's not as if I can't track. I understand the words you're using. It's just write it down, bro. Like it's not
dude,
gonna.
what? Okay, wait.
Just write it
Lucario,
down. It's
Lucario,
it's a
can you
long.
understand the words that are coming out of my
I
mouth?
understand the
Yeah,
words you're
pretty.
saying, right? but
If
it's
I
just a
could
long.
describe the way that Sunless is using these words, it would be either clearly, succinctly, or linearly, and I'm not sure which one of those words I'd use to describe it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Me personally. I'm just saying me personally. Then where I have ADHD, man. So could you type it out?
Um, I'm a bit lazy, right? But hopefully Lucario can help me
But if
summarize
you
my
listen,
argument.
it's like okay, yeah, just summarize because it just be so long, bro. I'm sorry, no Diddy.
Oh, yo,
Okay, but
what? But it seems as if, correct me if I'm wrong, Sunless, I was just on deafen and I had to get back. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying that if it's the case that a sentence violates one of these laws of logic, then it seems like it's, guilty of a contradiction. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, no, I'm saying specifically that the way we determine, at least usually, whether or not a claim violates the three laws of logic is we analyze the sort of semantics they're using whenever they make the claim and see if, after reducing their semantics down, they're affirming something to be the case and not be the case at the same time, which would be in
Oh,
violation of the law of non-contradiction.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Wait. If
So,
you're, oh, sorry, I tuned that out. Still, okay. So you're just saying that
What?
normally when people deduce something is a contradiction, is because X is being affirmed and X is not being affirmed at the same time, and that cannot be true in actuality. Yeah,
Yes.
same thing.
Right.
well, just to
Yeah.
be wait, just
Okay.
to be
Okay.
clear,
So hold on.
just to be clear, just to be clear. We didn't get to the part where it's saying that it can't be true in reality. All that we know so far by what Sinless is saying is that it violates some law of logic and the law of non-contradiction.
Yeah, so, and if we analyze the sort of claim that I make, such as it says that it is possible for an entity to exist with all of the physical states of a human, but none of the qualia, right? After analyzing that statement, it doesn't seem as if I'm affirming a proposition and its negation at the same time. And it also doesn't seem as if I'm affirming that a claim is true, is neither true nor false, right? So, like, it just doesn't
You
seem
are.
as
You're
if even
literally just saying it's possible. You're literally okay. Hold on. First off, you're saying that this thing is possible. We go into what is justified in making the claim that something is possible. We have definitively know. We go over how we don't definitively know because what's the name? Because we would based off of the seeming. Because okay, so we don't know if this thing is affirming, right? Positive and negation is no. You're just saying seemingly to you. It doesn't mean it. Now you can apply some sort of seeming to that. Does that mean that it's 100% the case? What justifies that?
okay. Well, one.
It's like if like okay, so like let's say we have a statement, like a whale
Oh
and
my
stuff like
God.
that. Let's say whale was a contradiction. If our semantics and stuff like that weren't able to fully encompass what this was and stuff like that, and
Wait,
that can lead to wait, no, listen, and that can lead to a scenario of where it would be seemingly not having a contradiction. I don't think that would be justified in us saying that this thing is actually possible and doesn't arise in
wait.
some sort of contradiction. And I think that's actually the reason why multiple people disagree with the fact that with
Look,
philosophical zombie being possible.
look. Now, maybe those people can disagree, but they can disagree for other reasons aside from the fact that, like, I don't think, and unless you can give me any reason that any of these philosophers actually disagree that philosophical zombies obtaining is logically impossible, right? But that's one, and then two. The second thing is like, look, okay, you said imagine a case where there's this claim, right? And this claim, it actually is a contradiction. But after analyzing the semantics, it just isn't a contradiction.
We just
I'm
weren't,
not
and
even
because
sure
of
if that can
limited,
happen.
okay, because of
Right?
limited knowledge and the wrongful usage of the term. Because when we try to give a term to something, we're attempting at describing the phenomenon or the whatness of
You
what it actually is. If we don't know what the whatness of the said thing is, which is why it's highly contentious, because we don't know that the brain is the mind or the mind and the brain are distinct. That's what we're debating. That'd be like a question bag, right? So both of our stances are put in the question. So we don't know what the attributes of this said thing are. We're
wait,
trying to
okay,
argue over what's the stronger account for such, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
okay.
So no,
Look, look, look.
you cannot just
If
say
I
that
make
this
a
thing is
claim,
possible.
okay, if I make a claim and the claim is such that kids in Bangladesh, they do not exist. Oh no, they do exist and not exist at the same time. Now, imagine I have no knowledge about any of the children in Bangladesh, which I don't. Right? Like we can still say that sort of claim. We can determine whether or not it's possible or impossible, even though I have no clue about what
You
specifically,
said
like,
we
on
can still
no
wait.
clue
That was
about
the question. I
kids in
think you made a point.
Bangladesh, right?
You
So
said we can.
again,
We
specifically,
can
wait,
still
wait,
affirm it's possible
can
because
I
of what?
finish the sentence?
Oh
Wait,
my
wait,
God,
can
you
I
don't
finish the
understand this.
sentence? Wait,
No, I need you
wait,
to repeat the other parts. Yeah, I'm
you,
trying to
Hold
touch
on,
on
wait,
this
wait,
again.
wait, official, just a moment. Like, I'm sorry, I haven't been very present, but let's just talk one at a time.
It's just
yes,
like, bro, but he keeps on going over parts that I'm like, I need clarity on because I'm not gonna
what?
understand the rest.
Okay,
So why
Okay,
well,
his
okay, that's
reasoning?
fine. Like,
Yeah, so
what are
what
you
is
not
the
okay,
clear
reason?
on, official?
Yeah, but he keeps on doing it over and over and getting out his speech without telling him every
No,
time
no,
you
no.
go
I'm
over
just
and not
asking. No, no, I'm just
clarify.
asking. What are you not clear on?
Oh, I'm not clear on like what are the conditions as to why it's justified for us to say that it's possible because he
wait.
didn't.
Okay, so you think that if so just so I'm certain, you think that if I say kids exist in Bangladesh, right? You think that if I have no knowledge about children in Bangladesh, I can't know if it's possible for children to exist in Bangladesh.
I don't think you can say that it's justified in saying it's. Wait, you said what's the scenario? Hold on,
Wait,
make sure.
I
Let me write.
can't be just okay. So to be clear,
Let me write.
if I say
Oh my God! Let me
yeah,
write the scenario
yeah, yeah,
down before you
yeah,
just say that.
uh,
Oh,
uh,
official said this other thing. I'm
uh,
obviously trying to get
um,
clarification.
I'm repeating.
What's the
I
scenario?
was about to repeat the. Yeah, I was about to repeat the scenario. Okay, so if I say that children exist in Bangladesh, I have never visited Bangladesh. You think that I am not justified in claiming that it is possible for children to exist in Bangladesh because I have not personally been there or I have no direct knowledge of Bangladesh? Is that what you're saying?
Bangladesh children, etc. Like if you don't have any what's name, any sort of knowledge or any sort of like presuppositions that are just accepted in context, like in a scenario like where we're debating it, no, you would not have no justification, even external to that. I don't think it would be justified. No, if you don't have like if you don't have knowledge of what this is, like if I could say like Superman, it's possible for Superman to exist, but knowing what Superman is and stuff like that, in reality he wouldn't exist because the contradictions and stuff like that in like science or something like that, or like physically impossible things, faster than light travel, mass. There's like different shit that would be like, okay, obviously in actuality this thing wouldn't be possible. So it doesn't. So semantics are just like these attempt placeholder things.
Sorry, I had to go to the I had to go on Devon for a second, but um, I'm actually curious. I don't want to intrude the debate, so official, answer any of these questions and refrain from answering them if you see fit. But it seems like you're saying you don't have the sufficient criteria to say that it's impossible for children to exist in Bangladesh and for them not to exist at the same time without having visited Bangladesh, or at least getting some sort of justification alternatively, right?
Yeah, something that would prove it was like 100% the case. Unless you were like completely justified, I don't think you can definitively say that X is the case because that's what you're trying to say. Now, most people like, and I also think it's contentious because like, don't a lot of scientists disagree with philosophical zombies? Like, they don't.
But you understand, but when you say it's impossible for you to say that X is the case, you know what X is, right?
Uh, the fucking yeah, the philosophical zombies. Shit.
Yeah, and you're saying we don't have enough knowledge to assert that
Yeah, to
it's
assert
a
that that an entity that an entity could be actualized that could experience the same way that we do without the said properties that we have. We don't know that that's the case. He's just saying that seemingly there would be no contradiction. And I'm saying that what he posited was just like unjustified in ways.
well, okay, well, once we do like sort of semantic analysis on the proposition, it seems like the method in which we come to um, you know, modal conclusions with, a logical modality, that I mean those conditions have been met. Now perhaps you're sort of attacking the question, is it possible, under not really a logical modality or not really a logical modal scope, but maybe a nomological modal scope. I'm not
Wait,
sure if
why
you
is wait why? Yeah, okay. Well, I'm asking for both. I'm asking for both because I didn't really hear the argument as to why it was logically possible. I may have not tracked that, which is fine.
yeah, and I think that
Why
that
did
might
why
actually
was
be,
it logically possible? Because I what? Because I thought
well,
logically
the
possible means
argument.
there's no
I'm not going
because
to
he's saying
make an
oh,
argument.
oh yeah
I'm
because
I'm
I
not
thought
going
he
to
was
make
saying
an
there were
argument.
yeah because here's how I got confused because I thought he was saying that it's definitively case that it's logically possible, physically impossible, and stuff like that. Physically possible, sorry, right? I'm saying that if we don't know the whatness of what this is, and stuff like that, then we cannot say that this thing is possible and stuff like that. We'd have to have like 100% evidence or something proving that for us to say that, oh, yeah, this is possible or impossible. And I was just applying that to like I guess like a logical modal scope sense. I was saying that we would have to do that as well, otherwise justified.
Yeah. Well, I may just be overstepping my boundaries as a moderator, but it seems really weird to, suggest that he's talking about a physical possibility when physical laws and their absolutism are the things in question.
Yeah, but I asked him what the contradiction was, but he said he brought up like the laws of logic and stuff like that, and that's why I went over the justification point because I was asking him to prove that A, it's possibly logically and it's possibly physically.
I mean, I don't think he got clarity on that, perhaps, but it seems like he's not here. I wonder where he went.
Wait, so I want to know what he said. What proved that? Because I don't know. Because maybe he did say a couple times. Because like again, like when he went on those long speeches, like like my mind tuned out the shit like 10 seconds in, bro. It was like
Yeah,
okay,
I definitely tuned out as well.
yeah. Literally, I was like, wait, bro, just write it down, man. I only like really respond to the stuff that I heard.
Yeah. Oh, damn, Free to Goat's not even here too. Like, where did everyone go?
I don't know, man. You think I can make like a probable argument for why it's not the case that a physical zombie is possible?
Yeah, you could do that.
Sure, then I'll just do that. I'll just say something like, in most cases, they come with this thing, these set facilities. There's strong evidence as to why that's not possible.
I guess his method was best.
Type shit. Y'all, I'm really a fiction debater, bro.
Wait, I don't understand how that's not like some sort of question. But he's just saying seemingly, and I put in the question if it's seeming is justified and stuff like that. For like, I don't know, bro.
What y'all discussing?
We were doing philo of the mind.
And what was like he was arguing?
I couldn't tell you, man.
So you don't know?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mind, like I got ADHD, man. Yeah, I got ADHD, man. Like I'll forget like what my own argument was, like in debate.
Lucaria, do you know?
Not really.
Hmm?
Not really. But
how would you say the debate was going? Was it a rhetorical clash, man?
Oh my god, not this rhetorical dabs.
Smoothie.
What's good?
We was in there. We was in that bit boxing. Yeah or no?
Rhetorically, I wasn't listening to the substance stuff.
Type.
Well, anybody seen Yugi? I want to discuss with Yugi.
That's great.
I got work in 5 hours, chat. Then I gotta work a 5-hour shift.
You can't be like posting porn in my server, bro.
Like,
who are you talking to?
Like,
Me?
hey, yo, Lucario,
No,
you
I
think
just
you could
wanted to
send me?
talk to
Yo,
Yugi
Lucario,
about
you think you could send me some?
stuff.
You think you could send me some applied ethics stuff that I could read for like pro life? Because I use the counterfactual counter harm thing.
And what's that argument?
They just say an agent is harmed if such agent would have been better off without.
It's not good efficient. I'm not gonna lie.
Like that. It's not. I don't know. I
Not
think
in my opinion. I don't think it's good.
I think it's cold, bro. I think I can do. Hey, you know how I be cooking up with these little shits. They might not be as cold as they seem.
Yeah. What if somebody just what if somebody disagrees that like let's say that it is some type of account of harm, but like why is it a morally relevant account of harm?
What does that mean to say like morally relevant? Like why should we give consideration towards it?
Yeah, basically, like why is moral consideration applicable towards that account of harm?
Because because it would I guess it would lead to like morally like unintuitive like outcomes. If we're not saying that the harm
No.
in something is that they would have been better off without you causing X, then I don't think
Wait,
that we can
It
say that
wait,
like murder is
wait,
wrong. I don't think we
doesn't
can
that
say
just
like
seem
killing
repetitive?
is
Like,
wrong. I don't think, huh?
doesn't that just seem repetitive? Like, if you say, for example, like you take the counterfactual comparative account of harm, then like the reason that why you think it's harmful is you describing of what the counterfactual comparative account of harm is.
No. I'm saying that it would lead if the counterfactual account of harm isn't true, then it leads to like moral. I guess I would say absurdities. If that's the thing, I don't know if that's a philosophical concept.
It would lead to less
Like moral
beneficial.
absurdities, like yeah, we wouldn't be able to like if you disagree with an agent being better off or the harm in something is that the agent wouldn't have been better off without X, then I don't think we would be able to say like, oh,
Wait,
like
that's an
murder and all these other things would be right, wrong, or justified. Like we don't have like a basis for us to like make like morally good or bad actions and stuff like, or not. I don't know if I'm gonna say a basis. It would
wait.
just be. It would just
Uh,
not make sense to me. I guess I would say.
I guess you could run that position like if you have some type of justification for said empirical claim by saying they would be better off. It would be less beneficial for you to unalive the said person. So you
Maybe
might.
you think I could argue some sort of like
beneficial in what
utilitarianism account?
means?
Wait, hold on, wait. You think I could argue like I did with Shikio, like utilitarianism is true and this would be conducive towards it rather than any other thing? Even though like I don't believe that, huh?
You said what?
You think I could argue like some sort of like utilitarianism type account, like this would be conducive towards it?
I think you can run any like normative view with an. I think sure. But
Don't do that
I,
shit, bro.
you can. I'm just saying that like unless you have knowledge of normative ethics, which I don't.
Yeah, I don't. I literally don't. So like that's why I need to
It's
like find
really
a book
not.
or something to read, bro.
Just watch. I
I
know.
just I just get bored. Like I do not want to watch these debates, bro. Like I'm
But I
sorry.
just watched like the
I
Ivy
watch
and
my
acting stuff
homeboys and shit like
debates.
that, but like I don't really watch. Like if I don't fuck with you, bro, I'm probably not gonna watch your debate. I'm not gonna
The
lie.
Ivy and Ashley still got some good
Dr.
abortion
Avi
debates.
doesn't official. Dr. Avi doesn't have any good abortion debates.
He do.
Maybe ask yourself, but like I watched Dr. Avi debates. He's
Bro,
not that.
Smoothie just ant me on abortion, bro. You've been studying that shit long.
Been studying it for like.
Most of the Ivy videos, or like he only have a few, but he do have discussions and stuff about abortion. Cause he do go into that category in his degree, but
It's just not good discussions though, official. Like I think you'll be better off watching Destiny than Dr. Avi.
we
Okay.
got Ryan Harrison Elms. That's crazy. Vortex, and you too, Sakazuki. Never mind. Back what I was saying. Yeah, official. I just recommend watching videos.
Here, yeah, I'm gonna probably send some. Hold on.
I
But
did
yeah,
have
I'm
videos,
gonna
but
send like the very basics. Then I'm gonna send like it's gonna go up from there. Wait. Who deleted?
you was debating Shinra
Yeah.
on
Who,
what?
who deleted the
Uh,
channel? What fucking retard? Who is in free just like messing up shit?
Is Shinra got? I heard people be repping Shinra. Is that really true?
Repping Shinra. I just think
So
Shinra
like
got better.
being like the best active debater.
But what? No one thinks that.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard, man. I'm not
Wait,
gonna
no,
say
like,
names, but I heard like
ironically,
5 people.
do you
Like
guys
what?
do you guys got
He
Shinra
was just.
above C, or do you guys see above
He,
Shinra?
I have,
uh,
I
I have
have,
Shinra. I have
I don't
Shinra
know.
above
Me like
C.
2 months ago, I did have Shinra above C.
No. So Shinra is still above C. C took a long break and he got back horrible. Like
Oh,
it's not a long break. It's like I think he took a break right after you left or before you left. Like he took a break and he's not good. Well, in my opinion, he's not.
but yeah, when he was after debating, I still have Shinra better after the one debate I seen them have, or 2 debates I say.
I'm trying to send videos to official but like somebody's in free or whoever has mod inside of mod servers like deleting channels, which I had to keep making general chats like.
Cooking with
whoa, why
Kaya.
they keep doing that?
I have a question. Who is cooking with Kaya? Like I come back online, this all I see.
Oh, that's my baby right there. I knew about it before all these other people, bro. I was always on Instagram. Hear me cooking with Kaya. Cooking
This
with
nigga said this song.
Kaya.
Wait, no, listen. When I tell you, I come because I have been on the line for 2 months, right, or nothing, right. I come back, every other video I see somebody making a TikTok about her, or like I see her like then she starts shaking ass every fucking time she do. I'm like, what the fuck is
You
going
just be
on?
throwing that motherfucker, bro.
Not really, but
What?
Ichigo, you got 1,000 blood war eyes and above Ichigo. It's kind of wild.
Official, look inside chat. I think these are like the very basics of what you need to get into for applied ethics. I would probably say you need to watch the fucking the what is it? Destiny versus Zombie one first, then like the what if AI debated abortion.
I use the
Okay.
responsibility argument.
It's so bad though. Like, are you like conjuncting it with like some type of causal responsibility? Like,
Okay.
Causal,
if you
kind of,
if you are causal if
but
you are
not really.
responsible for this thing, then you're obligated to sustain the life of this fetus. Is that what you're using?
Not really. No, that's a little bit. No, not that's. I want to word it like that because that's kind of ass.
Yeah, I don't think the causal argument is good for abortion.
It's the cause, the argument, the response. It's two in one, and it's you can say it's the Harvey argument because he did made it. He using it's the cause and responsibility,
Just use like
and
the error debunk, just like
and
there's no normative truths, therefore the flow argument or any argument that presupposes a normative truth is false.
but it's like I don't know. It depends who you're debating. Like if the person just be like us pull a Shinra and just say like just put them like just say the most devious shit and don't give a fuck. If you doing like a normal person, the argument will follow.
Yeah. All right. Well, somebody in the recording bot. That was a great discussion, man. Very, very linear.